Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter and I welcome you to the Mango Grow for a daily analysis video. Today's video is going to have to be short and sweet as I will be spending the rest of the day with my beautiful Krisha. So let's get started over here. As much as I'd love to sit and stare at the charts today, Bitcoin at 22% up. Man, everything's green, but the trend is still down. With that being said, I do want to tell you guys I am short. I'm short out of this entire range actually. We pretty much hit all our targets from yesterday. Pretty much hit all the targets. So I closed my long and I've now taken a short, and I've taken a short of a massive range. Okay, all the way from around I started scaling into my short from around 6,350-ish, yeah, 6,350-ish, all the way up to 6,755, 6,765 is where I think that's where I got filled, somewhere around there. Okay, now I do have another fill at around 7,250, and we did get somewhere around there on Bitstamp, but we did not get anywhere close on Deribit. This actually happened, by the way, while I was recording a tutorial video for you guys on the Mango Ribbon, and it just happened like a split second. It went up. I was like, whoa, what just happened? And I quickly checked my Deribit and did not get filled, unfortunately. Now you guys might be wondering, Sean, what the hell? You have such a huge range that you are playing over here, and yes, why not? You can have whatever range you guys want, guys, hey, you guys can have whatever range you want to have as long as you adjust your position size, because you need to think about it. We're looking at these big numbers like 6,500, 7,200, but you shouldn't let the number affect you or scare you out of taking a trade that makes sense. Okay, if the trade makes sense to you, take it in that zone. And to put things into perspective, think about a coin like Litecoin, for example, okay, that trades in the 2 digits. Let's say you decide that, you know what, I want to average into a position between $65 and $72. It's no different than averaging in on Bitcoin between 6,500 and 7,200. It's no different at all, okay? And then on the flip side, you have to be careful with small numbers, guys. So for example, take Chainlink, okay? A lot of Chainlink lovers out there, right? If you are trading between $2 and $1, that is a 50% range, but people are fine averaging in that range. Why? Because those are small numbers. So you have to really not let the number decide your trade, or think about the percents rather. Think about the percents. So over here, what are we doing? We are basically playing a range between 6,450 and 7,200. I'm averaging in around a 10% range move, okay, 10%. But I've adjusted my position size so that when I'm wrong on this trade and I take my loss, it would be just like any other trade. It would be just like any other trade where I would have this kind of conviction in the trade, okay? So why am I taking this trade, guys? Even though Bitcoin's going so fast and so strong to the upside, I'm just following my rules, man. And if I'm wrong on this trade, I'm wrong. I take the loss. You guys know that I do take losses, and when I do take losses, I'll tell you guys about it. If I make mistakes, I will tell you guys about where I made my mistakes. So for now, I don't know if I've made any mistakes yet. Usually you realize them after self-reflection, or sometimes you think to yourself, you know what, I'll take that trade again. Okay, yes, I lost, but I'll take that trade again, because remember, it's not about winning every trade. It's about winning trades over the long run and the magnitude of your trades combined with the number of trades you win. Okay, it's also not only about winning as many trades as possible. Okay, people who brag about their win rate, be very cautious of those people as well. Okay, so why am I playing such a big range? Okay, let's talk about that today. In yesterday's video, we talked about all the levels, so please go ahead and watch yesterday's video. Don't have time to go over them today. Let's talk about why am I playing such a big range. The reason, guys, is because my invalidation is on the monthly time frame. Okay, the monthly, and look at that monthly candle. Look at how vast that range is. So in terms of a monthly perspective, I am really playing such a small portion of this candle, right? If you think about it, what am I playing? Between 6,500 and somewhere around here. That's nothing. I'm zoning in over here. So I adjust my position size for this candle, and I'm playing perhaps a move all the way down over here. So yes, I could be wrong, and I'm wrong when? I'm wrong if we close the monthly over the 21 EMA. And the month closes only in 11 days, I think. Yep, it says right over here, 11 days and 13 hours. And here's the thing, a lot can happen in 11 days and 13 hours. As such, you got to adjust your position size to allow room for your trade to breathe, guys. If you're playing the month monthly especially, it's a lot harder sometimes to play the higher time frames than the lower time frames, because it requires a lot of patience. So if I do win on this trade, I will be looking for a move all the way down to this purple zone over here, guys, up to 4,500-ish. Potentially, but we may see some bounce right over here on this purple line before this purple zone over here at around 5,900. That's the weekly 200 exponential moving average, guys. Now, do I think we're going to bounce there? For sure, I am not certain. We did see a lot of resistance on the way up from there on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame. So it wouldn't surprise me to see some bounce over there, and I may reassess depending on what we see over there. For now, I do want to show you guys the weekly time frame. I do have it open up over here. Let me switch. Okay, no, that's the daily. Wow, Bitcoin looks like it's seeing some pressure already. I really hope I get filled on that 7,200 fill. I really hope. So right over here, let me turn off the horizontals, and we're looking at this 200 exponential and this 200 moving average over here. The most bearish situation would be if Bitcoin closes the week underneath both of these moving averages, the 200 exponential as well as the 200 moving average. Okay, the bullish situation, and where I'm likely going to get out of my trade, is if we close a weekly above 6,850, this horizontal line right over here, these candle closes on the weekly basis. Okay, so as long as Bitcoin is living underneath this structure over here, I'm going to remain bearish, and I'm going to be happy to be short. I'm going to be happy to be short. Now, if I'm wrong and we flip bullish, I'll be happy too, man. I'll be happy too. I'll be wrong. You don't have to be right on every trade. Okay, we've been getting it right for a while now, and it's about time we get it wrong, to be honest. That's how trading works. You have to get it wrong eventually, but you always stick to your risk management, you stick to your rules, and you take every trade that fits your system. And that's what we're doing over here, guys. We're taking the trade that fit our system, and we're just taking it on a much higher time frame. Okay, so I do want to talk about this situation though, right? Because we have 11 days before the monthly closes, a lot can happen. We may dump all the way down to 4,200, 3,000, 2,100. Who knows, right? And I'll be really happy if that happens, because I'm in a really great short position, blah, blah, blah. But what if the opposite happens? What if in 11 days we pump all the way up to freaking 11,800, 12,000? I can't let that happen either, right? 11 days. I can't wait for the monthly candle to close for that to happen. I'll get wrecked. So you can have invalidation points on the way towards the monthly close when you're playing such a higher time frame. And for me, one of the invalidations is what I just mentioned to you guys. If we close a weekly above the structure over here, it needs to be a convincing close though, because the weekly has given us enough fake outs. It's gave us a fake out over here closing higher than this, gave us a fake out over here closing higher than this, and even on this bear market, it gave us a freaking fake out over here. And this was brutal, man. This was a serious fake out. If you switch on over to the daily, that was bad, man. Like freaking the Bitcoin players over here can be extremely brutal, so be very careful with that. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, another way I'll be happy to be wrong on my trade and get out earlier is if we start closing multiple candles on over the 21 EMA on the daily time frame. So daily is coming in all the way at 6,985-ish, and we're seeing resistance over there. I am beginning to feel a little guilty about being greedy on my trade, because do we just bounce off this daily 21 EMA, or do we actually I don't need to get filled, but I want to get filled at around 7,250-ish. I may actually pull my bid up, because based on this price action and how fast it's come, I'm pretty sure the monthly 21 EMA has adjusted itself to be a little higher. Where's my monthly chart? Is this it? And what's the monthly 21 EMA? 7,350. So the monthly 21 EMA just a couple of days ago, guys, was 7,250. Now it's adjusted itself to 7,350. By the way, keep that in mind, a lot of people don't know this. While the candle is still progressing, the EMAs and the moving averages reprint themselves until the candle closes. Once the candle closes, the line is fixed. But during the candle, it keeps adjusting. Okay, so be careful when playing the higher time frames and pertaining to your moving averages. Okay, and using them as invalidation points and entry or exit points. Okay, just keep that in mind. So yeah, again, I do want to keep this video short. I do want to wrap up. I want to edit the video. I want to post it up to you guys. Blah blah blah. So is there anything else I do want to talk about? Nope. The daily we covered. We are hitting the 21 EMA, and there you go. Kijun, oh, we hit the Kijun too. No, this is Bitstamp. Did we hit the Kijun on other time frames? Because then I'm gonna feel some serious FOMO on not getting filled on that. It's good, BitMEX. I've actually missed out on some really good trades because of these videos, but I'm not complaining. Because once I start complaining, okay, there's still a chance. Usually if I'm patient, I always get rewarded. Okay, I will be patient on this one. I will be patient. Okay, so yeah, let's wrap it up over here, guys. What's the bearish situation? Bearish is if you close underneath the daily Tenkin. If you close underneath the daily Tenkin, I'll be looking for a test on the daily 10 SMA over here. Daily Tenkin is coming in at the zone at around 6,451-ish, and the 10 SMA is coming in at around 5,600. I was actually looking for a pullback right over here onto that daily 10 SMA, and that's why I started zoning in from over here all the way up over here. Right now, you guys are beginning to understand why I have such a big zone all the way from around 6,000. I pulled it a little bit lower, actually 6,350 to 6,200-ish. Okay, so this looks like a huge zone, but look at the move I'm looking for. I'm looking for a move all the way to, where's my drawing tools? Oh, right there. All the way to something like this, 4,000. Now, is it going to go down a straight line? Highly doubt it. Maybe we do this. Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe we just break on over to the upside and I'm wrong on my trade, you know? Who knows? Who really knows? You never really know. Anybody who claims that they know exactly what's going to happen, be very, very careful listening to them, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it. We talked about the daily, we talked about the weekly, we talked about the monthly. The 12-hour does have something interesting too that I do want to talk about, a potential C-span trade all the way up to the Kijun. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we made it. And now again, that was a measured move too, by the way, for the structure that we broke on over to the upside. So yeah, I could have been really, really greedy and very precise and probably targeted the Kijun, but I really, really did not want to. Why? Because I'm looking for, you could call it a swing trade, right? Terminology does not matter. My trade is for a much, much larger move, and as such, I don't want to get too nitpicky with my entries. Okay, that's how I'm playing this particular trade. You got to adjust depending on the type of trade that you're looking for. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Oh no, we have to do Chainlink. Let's go ahead and do Chainlink. Link USD. Link is probably pumping. Is it doing what we expected it to do? No, actually, we expect to first come down and then move up to the blue box territory, right? Is that what we talked about yesterday? I'm pretty sure we were expecting this. High low. No, that wasn't the 4-hour. Let's go to the 4-hour, and yeah, it did pretty much do that, right? We put in a high low over here and then went up to the blue box. That's what I'm trying to say, right, guys? You can never really predict where the high low is coming, which is why when I see people saying that I'm going to trade exactly this setup, I'm going to buy here and then I'm going to take a profit here and I'm going to buy here again, and they'll have exact setups. You can't do that. You can visualize the kind of move the asset is going to take, but you'll have to be hunting for those lows, right? You'll have to watch price and be like, okay, maybe we're putting in a low here, and the way you know that is the next candle that gives you confirmation. So if I was playing this over here and I saw these two candles, it was only somewhere on this candle that I would be guessing for a low across this horizontal over here, okay? You never really know, but what we did know was we'll see resistance on this blue box. That's where you can have a higher probability, because that's simple support and resistance, right? Those are your zones that you can play with a higher probability, and that's where you can be like, you know what, I'm going to take profits here. That's where I'm going to short. If we break this zone, I'm going to enter my trade. That's how you can play it. So we were looking at this as major resistance. That's our weekly resistance, and we were looking for it to line up with the end of the week. And what do you know, guys? It's Friday, end of the week. It's all lining up. Can trading be that easy? Yes, it can, if you do it the mango way. Actually went on a huge rant over there, and I decided to edit it out because one, it got a little too involved, and two, yeah, the video would be too long. I don't want to sit here and process it, etc, etc. So yeah, Bitcoin actually coming down, and I'm half happy and half sad because I did not get my entire fill. Okay, so we were talking about Chainlink, right? Seeing some resistance over here, unfortunately, just like we expected though, right? So we put in a high low and try again, maybe start putting in a formation over here. We can hope for that, an ascending triangle, and then we break on over to the upside. Link does have a history of doing something like that. Let's switch on over to the weekly and see what's going on over here. Turn off all our horizontals. Weekly 21 EMA coming at 285. Turn our horizontals back on, and we can adjust this slightly. Do you wanna? Okay. So yeah, if we break this zone over here, guys, we still have resistance even after that at this line over here. The next weekly level is at around $3. But hey, Link is showing some strength along with Bitcoin. Link BTC, how's that doing? Link BTC pretty much going sideways, right? Yep, nothing much over here. Holding these levels, this major ascending triangle over here, guys. That's what's really important. And this yellow zone, right, to the top side. It's been holding it now for 2 weeks, like 3 weeks it's tested, and it's closed every candle above it thus far. I'll be looking for this week to actually close above this 10 SMA, and the bullish scenario is if it retakes the weekly Tenkin again. We lost the weekly Tenkin and came and tested the weekly 21 EMA again, right? Step by step, the mango way, the stress-free way. But going back onto Link USD, I wanted to look at Link BTC just to see if it was outperforming, but for now, no, not really, just around 1 or 2%, 1.36% to be exact. Over here, we will be looking at Link on the lower time frames. If we start seeing multiple 4-hour candle closes above the zone, that's going to be the first really good sign. And turning on the Ichimoku over here, I know the chart's getting really messy, guys, apologies for that. Turn off everything. Kijun right over here, cloud is still red. The first big win is for this cloud to turn green. We want this cloud to turn green. Let's look at the 12-hour cloud, probably red. The trend is down for Link, guys. Okay, seeing some resistance. Okay, this is going to be major resistance. $2.90 is going to be major resistance. We have 12-hour Tenkin, 12-hour 200 moving average. We have weekly 21 EMA. The cloud is red over here too, but we do have this Kumo twist over here. Perhaps we see price action get sucked in, get a rejection on the Kijun. If you guys are stuck in your trades, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is going to be a major sell opportunity for me because we have Kumo twist over here, we have the Kijun, and we have this M-like formation, like Krisha had pointed out, right? This one over here that actually pointed us to our measured move to around $2.10. So a lot over here. This blue box is right there too. So this is that major sell opportunity for me. Maybe I actually look to trade that. Okay, again, following the system, guys, following the system. All right, so let's do a quick recap on Bitcoin before we call it wraps. Here we have Bitcoin USD on the daily time frame. We have our Ichimoku on over here, and yeah, currently price is living above the Tenkin, but hey, we are seeing a rejection and a front run of that Kijun over here being sold into. If we close the daily underneath the Tenkin over here, it's not going to be the prettiest picture, guys. It's not going to be the prettiest picture at all, and I'll be looking for that move at least to a test of the 200 EMA on the weekly time frame around 5,877. Let's go ahead and turn on the mango ribbon actually, and the mango ribbon along with the Ichimoku. By the way, guys, mango ribbon completely free. You'll find a link down below. I want to see where the 10 SMA is coming in at, lining up with the 200 exponential moving average. It's like you're going to curl on over to the upside for tomorrow's daily close. So we're getting a rejection of the daily 21 EMA, getting a rejection of the daily Kijun. I'm beginning to feel some strong regret that I didn't just put my bid over here. I got a little greedy, tried for 7,250-ish, did not get filled, and yep, seeing that rejection now. Oh well. Looks like this is going to be yet another trade where I get filled only 2 out of 3, but perhaps you get another retest. Usually you do, and sometimes you don't. If you guys do remember, on the way up to 10,300, I believe it was somewhere around here, right? We were trying for 3 fills, and we got only 2 out of 3 again. So it happens sometimes, but hey, profits is still profits. But hey, the trade is not gone our way just yet. We may very well break on over to the upside, and I may lose this trade. So let's just wait to see what happens. We have 11 days before we know. Let's go ahead and see how bad this rejection actually is on the 1 hour time frame. We will get a better idea, and not looking. Perhaps you do get picked up over here. Let's see, is that the Tenkin right there? That is not the Tenkin, or perhaps front run. So that's a good sign. Perhaps you do get picked up and try again for the top side over here. I may pull my bids down and try for 7,000. I'm not sure. I usually don't like changing things around. Every time I do, I end up regretting it, and I do. But let's see. So right now, that's pretty much it, guys. Let's just wait for the rest of the day, and let's wait for tomorrow's daily video. So I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I'm going to head out, try and get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.